Do your legs feel heavier than they used to? Are the stairs suddenly a challenge? Or worse, are you finding excuses to avoid them altogether? You're not alone. After age 60, nearly 1 in 3 older adults struggles with some form of muscle weakness, and it's not always from aging itself. Sometimes the real culprit is sitting right on your plate. You may think, but I eat healthy. I avoid junk food. I even eat fruits and salads. And that's exactly the trap. Some of the most trusted, even recommended foods for older adults are quietly draining strength from your legs, damaging your joints, and speeding up something called sarcopenia, the silent muscle-wasting condition that creeps in with age. It doesn't happen overnight. One day, it's a little fatigue. Then it's soreness. Then stiffness. And then a fall. But here's the truth that no one is telling you. Certain foods, even ones labeled heart-healthy, sugar-free, or natural, can actually kill your leg strength from the inside out. And that's exactly what we'll reveal today: 5 specific foods that weaken your muscles, reduce your mobility, and quietly steal your independence. But don't worry, by the end of this video, we'll also tell you what to eat instead. Simple, healing choices that protect your legs and help you feel strong again. If any part of that resonated with you, if you've ever felt your legs don't move quite like they used to, then stay with me. We're about to uncover foods you probably have in your kitchen right now that could be hurting you more than helping. And if this sounds like your story, click that subscribe button and drop a 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. Your experience could help someone else feel less alone. Ready for the first food? Let's begin with the one that surprises most seniors the most. You might think starting your day with a glass of orange juice is one of the healthiest choices you can make. After all, it's full of vitamin C, right? It's been advertised for decades as the perfect breakfast drink to boost your immune system and keep you energized. But for seniors, especially those struggling with leg weakness or muscle fatigue, that innocent-looking glass of juice can actually do more harm than good. Here's the twist. Most commercial orange juice is highly concentrated in natural sugars, sometimes even more than soda. And because it's in liquid form, your body absorbs that sugar rapidly, causing your blood glucose levels to spike dramatically. What happens next is a sharp insulin surge, followed by a crash. When blood sugar crashes after that kind of spike, your muscles are left starved of stable energy. Over time, this creates a fatigue loop. You feel energized briefly, then sluggish. Your legs feel wobbly or tired by midday. And worse, frequent sugar spikes lead to increased inflammation throughout the body, especially in the small blood vessels. In your legs, this reduces oxygen flow to your muscle tissue and slows down recovery after even simple activities like walking or gardening. If you've noticed your calves feel tight in the mornings, or your knees ache more after breakfast than before, it may not be your age. It might be your juice. So what's better for your body than orange juice? We'll cover that in the relief section. But before that, let's look at the second item on our list, something even sneakier, because it's hidden in almost every healthy snack. You might reach for a granola bar, thinking it's the perfect in-between snack, natural, wholesome, maybe even fiber-rich. After all, it's made with oats, nuts, and dried fruits. What could go wrong? It sounds like the kind of energy bar that keeps you going strong throughout the day, right? But here's the truth. Most store-bought granola bars are anything but gentle on senior muscles. Beneath the health halo is a dangerous blend of added sugars, refined oils, and artificial binders. Even the ones labeled organic or low-fat often contain hidden sweeteners like brown rice syrup or fructose, which act just like table sugar once inside your body. When you eat one of these bars, your blood sugar doesn't just rise, surges. And just like with orange juice, that surge causes insulin to flood your system, triggering inflammation. This inflammation quietly damages the tiny muscle fibers responsible for strength and balance. Over time, it makes your legs feel heavier, your joints stiffer, and your walking pace slower. But here's something most people don't know. The dried fruits inside those bars, like raisins or cranberries, are often soaked in sugar or juice, concentrates before they're mixed in. So even if you think you're getting natural fruit, you're actually consuming concentrated sugar bombs that silently sabotage your muscle endurance. Do your legs ever feel jelly-like after walking for a few minutes? Or do your ankles swell, even when you haven't been active? These could be signs that the inflammation from your food choices is catching up to your body. And what's worse than a sugar-coated granola bar? Wait till you hear about food number 3, because it pretends to be heart-healthy, but may be one of the worst muscle-wasting culprits of all. Whole wheat bread is often praised as a better alternative to white bread. You've probably heard, choose whole grains, it's good for your heart, your digestion, and your blood sugar. And in some ways, for some age groups, that's true. But for seniors over 60, especially those battling muscle loss or leg weakness, this so-called healthy bread can be quietly contributing to the very decline you're trying to avoid. The twist? Whole wheat bread is still a high glycemic food. That means it turns into sugar quickly in your bloodstream, even faster than you'd expect. One slice of whole wheat bread can spike your blood sugar more than a tablespoon of actual sugar. And when blood sugar surges repeatedly, it triggers glycation, a process where sugar molecules stick to proteins in your body, including muscle fibers. What does that mean for you? Those sugar-coated muscle fibers lose their flexibility. They become stiffer, less able to contract and support your legs when you stand, climb stairs, or take a walk outside. That stiffness might show up as aching thighs in the morning, or the sense that your legs are slower to wake up. Even more alarming, this sugar-driven stiffness doesn't just impact your strength, it also interferes with balance. That wobbliness, that occasional misstep, the fear of tripping, it may not be age alone. It might be starting in your sandwich. And just when you thought bread was the only quiet saboteur in your kitchen, wait until you hear about the next one. It's something cold, refreshing, and loved by nearly every household. But inside, it's turning strong muscles into soft tissue. Now this one shocks people the most, especially seniors who've switched to diet soda, thinking it's a better choice. No sugar, no calories. Must be harmless, right? In fact, many older adults switch to diet drinks specifically to manage their weight, their blood sugar, or even their cravings. But here's the scary truth. While it may be sugar-free, diet soda is far from muscle-friendly. The twist lies in the artificial sweeteners it contains, like aspartame, sucralose, or saccharin. These chemical sweeteners confuse your body. When they hit your tongue, your brain thinks sugar is coming, and it releases insulin in anticipation. But when real sugar doesn't arrive, that insulin has nothing to do. Over time, this mismatched pattern leads to insulin resistance, which quietly disrupts how your muscles absorb energy. And that's just the beginning. Research has shown that artificial sweeteners can actually alter your gut bacteria, reducing the diversity of healthy microbes that support nutrient absorption. For seniors, this becomes a big problem. Why? Because you're already at higher risk of nutrient deficiencies, especially in magnesium, potassium, and vitamin D, all of which are essential for muscle contraction and nerve function. When your gut can't absorb these properly, your legs pay the price. The effects are subtle at first. Maybe it's a little more effort to stand up from your chair. Maybe your legs don't feel as springy as they used to. But over time, it becomes a downward slope. Your muscles lose tone. Your balance declines. You start depending on walls, chairs, or even people just to steady yourself. So the next time you reach for a cold can of diet soda, ask yourself, Is this really helping me stay light and mobile, or is it quietly draining my strength from the inside out? And that brings us to the final food on this list, the one that disguises itself as pure, clean, and healthy, but is often the most deceptive of them all. Now, this one often catches seniors off guard. Yogurt has a reputation for being healthy, great for digestion, loaded with calcium, a go-to snack that's easy to digest and soft on the teeth. And yes, plain, unsweetened yogurt can be helpful. But the kind most people keep in their fridge? The fruit-flavored, vanilla-swirled, low-fat varieties? They may be slowly chipping away at your leg strength with every creamy spoonful. Here's the twist. Most flavored yogurts are packed with added sugars, even the ones that seem light or fit. In fact, many contain as much sugar as a candy bar, cleverly hidden behind words like evaporated cane juice or fruit concentrate. And when combined with their low-fat content, these yogurts spike blood sugar quickly, followed by the same crash we talked about earlier. But it goes deeper. These processed yogurts are often stripped of their natural fat content, and that fat is what helps your body absorb fat-soluble nutrients like vitamin D and calcium, both of which are critical for muscle and bone health. Without fat, those essential nutrients pass right through your system unused. And that means your muscles, especially those in your legs, don't get the raw materials they need to stay strong, steady, and energized. The result? You might notice your knees ache more often. Your legs feel wobbly when you get out of bed. Or maybe you've started avoiding longer walks because your thighs get sore too fast. These aren't just signs of aging. They're signals that your muscles aren't getting what they need. So while flavored yogurt may taste like a gentle, healthy choice, it may actually be robbing your body of strength, one bite at a time. Now that we've uncovered these 5 surprising muscle-killing foods, it's time to shift gears. You don't need to feel afraid or overwhelmed. There is a path forward. Let's talk about what you can eat and the simple, healing changes that protect your muscles and give your legs the strength they deserve. Now take a deep breath, because this is where things start to change. It's easy to feel frustrated after hearing about those 5 common foods that might be working against your muscles. You might even be wondering, what's left? What can I eat? But the truth is, the body is incredibly forgiving. Even in your 60s, 70s, and beyond, your muscles are still capable of healing, rebuilding, and regaining strength if you give them the right tools. Let's walk through a few of those tools now. These are powerful, senior-friendly foods and habits that act like gentle medicine. They don't just fill your belly, they nourish your muscles, protect your balance, and support the independence you've worked your whole life to keep. First, let's talk about eggs. Yes, simple, humble eggs, one of the most complete protein sources on Earth. Unlike many meats that are tough to digest or high in saturated fats, eggs offer high-quality protein in a soft, easy-to-digest form. They contain all 9 essential amino acids, which are critical for repairing muscle tissue, especially after mild activity or physical therapy. And the best part? The yolk is rich in vitamin D and nutrients that help your nervous system coordinate muscle movements more smoothly. If you've ever felt a bit shaky getting up from a chair or noticed your foot dragging slightly, eggs might be the morning answer your legs have been missing. A couple of boiled or scrambled eggs, especially when paired with a bit of whole food fiber like spinach or mushrooms, make for a breakfast that actually fuels your legs, not drains them. Next, let's turn to something many people avoid: healthy fats. For years, seniors were told to cut out fats to protect their hearts. But here's what we now know. Certain fats actually help your muscles fire properly and reduce inflammation, which is a major cause of stiffness and soreness. One of the best choices? Avocados, rich in potassium, magnesium, and healthy monounsaturated. Fats, avocados help relax blood vessels, improve circulation, and deliver nutrients to muscle tissues more efficiently. This can lead to smoother movements, quicker recovery after walking, and even less nighttime cramping. If you've ever experienced sudden spasms in your calves or legs when resting, a little avocado might be the relief you didn't know you needed. A few slices on whole grain toast or blended into a smoothie with almond milk can do wonders. Now, let's bring in an ancient powerhouse, bone broth. This simple, nourishing liquid has been used for centuries to support recovery and strength. It's packed with collagen, a structural protein your muscles, joints, and ligaments desperately need, especially as natural collagen production slows with age. Bone broth also contains minerals like calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus, which work together to maintain strong bones and prevent muscle cramps. What's beautiful about bone broth is how gentle it is. It's warm, hydrating, and perfect for sipping in the evening when your body is ready to rebuild. If you've been feeling creaky in the mornings, or if your knees pop when you stand, try incorporating just 1 cup of bone broth daily for a few weeks. You may be surprised at the difference it makes. Another surprising hero? Chia seeds. These tiny seeds might look unremarkable, but inside, they're packed with omega-3 fatty acids, protein, and fiber. They help stabilize blood sugar and reduce inflammation, 2 key factors in preventing further muscle decline. When soaked in water or milk, chia seeds form a gel-like texture that's incredibly easy to digest, making them perfect for sensitive stomachs. You can stir them into oatmeal, add them to smoothies, or even make a simple chia pudding. And unlike sugary yogurts, they provide long-lasting energy without the crash. Over time, that stable energy supports stronger steps and better balance, so you're less likely to feel winded or wobbly by mid-morning. And finally, don't underestimate the healing power of leafy greens. Spinach, kale, Swiss chard, these are nature's multivitamins for your muscles. They're packed with magnesium, potassium, vitamin C, and nitrates that improve blood flow and reduce inflammation. Many seniors unknowingly live with mild magnesium deficiency, which can lead to weakness, fatigue, and restless legs at night. By simply adding a handful of greens to 1 meal a day, whether in a salad, sautéed with garlic, or blended into a soup, you provide your body with essential tools to fight off muscle shrinkage and support smoother movements. If you've been feeling more tired after short walks, or if your legs take longer to warm up in the morning, greens might be your new best friend. But of course, food isn't the only piece of the puzzle. Hydration matters deeply. Seniors often feel less thirsty than younger adults, leading to chronic mild dehydration, which silently tightens muscle tissue and stiffens joints. Start your day with a glass of room temperature water, even better with a squeeze of lemon or a pinch of sea salt to help absorption. Keep a water bottle nearby and don't wait until you're thirsty. Your legs will thank you with lighter steps and fewer aches. Gentle movement also plays a crucial role. Even 10 minutes of stretching or walking each day tells your body, I'm still using these muscles, don't take them away. The combination of nourishing foods and mild daily movement works like a secret handshake between your brain and your body. Over time, it restores what was lost and protects what remains. Remember, the foods that hurt you didn't do so overnight, and healing won't happen in one day either. But each small choice adds up. 1 meal, 1 glass of water, 1 better snack. These decisions become habits, and habits build strength. And if you're thinking, I've already done the damage, please hear this. It's not too late. Studies show that even people in their 80s and 90s can build new muscle, improve balance, and regain mobility with the right nutrition and care. You still have time. You still have strength. And you still have choices. You've made it this far. And that says something important about you. You care about your health. You care about staying independent, about walking confidently, about waking up each morning without that familiar ache in your knees or the worry of a fall when no one's around. Aging isn't easy. No one talks about how quietly it creeps in. How one day your legs just feel different. How a simple walk to the mailbox feels longer than it used to. But here's the truth that I hope you carry with you today. This isn't your fault. You were given advice that made sense at the time. You trusted labels, headlines, and good intentions. But now, you're wiser and you have better tools. And most importantly, you are not powerless. You are not too old. Your muscles haven't given up on you. They're waiting for the right support, the right food, the right choices to come in and tell them, I still need you. One small change today, a healthier breakfast, a glass of water before your coffee, skipping that flavored yogurt, can begin a ripple effect that brings you lighter steps, steadier legs, and greater confidence. Because your legs don't just carry you, they carry your freedom. So if you learned something new today, share it in the comments. What surprised you? What will you change? Your story could help someone else. And if you'd like more simple, senior-focused wisdom like this, please click that subscribe button. Like the video if it helped you. And above all, remember this. It's not about doing everything perfectly. It's about doing one thing better today than you did yesterday. Your next walk could feel easier. Your next morning could be brighter. And your future? Still strong, because you deserve it. Your legs carry your freedom. Protect them.